Hello guys, welcome to this another tutorial, and in this tutorial we're gonna talk about how do we give talk. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you some of the interesting concepts that you need to understand, which will be very helpful for you to be successful, because giving talk is one of the important soft skill that we need to know. Okay, but for that I have divided these concepts into different sections, so it will be very easy for you guys to grasp, and I will also give you some practical tips. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's understand the concept. So what is this concept called giving talk? What is it? Effectively speaking is the ability to communicate ideas clearly, confidently, and persuasively in front of your audience, right? So why this is very important? Because your success in life often depends on your ability to speak well, whether in meetings, interviews, presentation, or public talk. So why should we learn to talk? Okay, because it will we need to learn before speaking, because it will reduce the misunderstanding, it will build trust with your audience, and it will help you to influence the decisions. Okay, so the key terms before when you are giving a speech is first you need to understand, you need to divide your speech into different sections, like how do you do the opening, like your first impression you create, what is your the body of the talk, the main content of your talk, what you are talking about, the verbal punctuation like the signpost, the that gives you your audience through your talk, and finally the closing statement. Okay, like how do you leave the lasting impression? So this is very, these are the important structure of your talk. Okay, so now let's understand the context and purpose of giving talk. Okay, where actually it is used. Okay, this talks are used in different part of your parts, like a job interview, presentation, when you are giving the presentation, when you're doing the first job interview, when you are teaching, you are giving a talk, when you are doing some leadership roles like meetings, you give a talk, right? Networking events, so it's this giving a presentation, giving a talk, is actually it is everywhere. Okay, you need to do that. Yeah. So how does it connects to what I already know? So think of speaking as a storytelling with a structure. Okay, you need to think of it as a giving talk is like speaking as a storytelling. Okay, like giving your like explaining your idea to the people, like, okay. So so the some of the assumptions it relies on, like people want clarity, well, if you want to give a talk, the audience, what they are expecting is like clarity, relevance, and engagement. So what is the mechanism and process? How does it work as step by step giving a talk? Like first thing is you prepare using the success formula. Okay, there is to be give a successful talker, you need to have a knowledge of what of the talk that you are giving, and you need to also practice. So you need to focus on the knowledge, and practice only until you get better, right? And then you have a you need to conquer the opening. Okay, so you need to avoid jokes at first, when you are doing the opening of your talk, use the empowerment promise statements, like by the end of this talk, you'll know something, like the concept, the topic that you are talking about. Then you need to structure the body, like you need to cycle on a subject, repeat the main points a few times or multiple times, so that the people will understand it. Okay, the main point what you are focusing on your talk. Then you need to build a fence, like differentiate your idea with other people's idea. You need to give a clear idea, what is the idea about, how your idea is different from other people's idea. Okay, so this is also important thing. So you need to use the verbal punctuations like signpost, instead of showing them using some gestures. You need to use the verbal punctuation like arrows, showing the giving the directions. Okay, so this will give the audience much clarity. You also need to choose the right tools. Like if you are teaching, you need to use Blackboard. Slides, if you are exposing some ideas, like if you are giving the presentation, you need to uh, you need to use minimum slides possible. Okay, don't uh, make your slides much like verbose, like with many words, that makes the audience confusing. Okay, and also you need to do the body language. Okay, so you need to use some props for memorability, like some demonstration which will help audience to understand the concept better, right? Okay, and finally the closing statement is the very important. Okay, instead of saying simply thank you or questions and answer, you can add why this idea, or what kind of contribution that your work has done. Okay, and finally you can also salute your audience, and like tell them that it's like you were very happy that it was very engaging with speaking about this topic, right? So you need to do in this way. So some of the principal theories are: you need to be clear, and your talk should be engaging, and also like as you can see in the example, imagine that you are giving a talk on AI ethics. You need to start by saying, by the end of this session you'll know three principles that make AI ethical. Okay, cycle those principles throughout your talk and close with a slide titled contributions. Okay, that your talk about AI ethics has helped. Okay, what has it done? Okay, so how can you apply in this practice? So here is a simple example topic, like how I am improving team productivity using AI tools. So what is the hook version vision? Okay, so I'm solving the problem of wasted time in team workflows by using AI powered automation. This approach helps us work smarter, not harder. And some of the proof statements, like for example, to make this happen, I have taken three key steps: mapped our workflow bottlenecks to identify where delay occurs, integrated AI scheduling and task management tools to reduce manual work, trained the team on using those tools effectively, ensuring adoption and measurable results. And there is a very nice concept introduced by the famous professor Patrick Winston. It's called 5S of getting famous, 5 star. Winston's star. It's also referred as a Winston star. And this says like the five key elements are of this star are symbol, slogan, surprise, salient story, and salient and story. Okay, that's the narrative structure. So so you can also add these elements to make it memorable, like for example, symbol, a simple image of a clock turning into a rocket represents speed and progress. Slogan, like time saved is innovation earned. Okay, like you need to also say some slogan. And some surprise, like share a quick facts, like we cut meeting time by 30% in just 2 weeks. Some like you, it's also surprise, like some numbers, you need to give some numbers. Okay, so that audience can just uh, believe or on your talk. Okay, so some silent idea, like automation isn't about replacing people, it's about freeing them to do meaningful full works. Okay, so and last but not the least, you need to also tell the story, like last month our design team used the new system and delivered a project 2 days early. They said it felt like having an extra team member. Okay, so here is the some nice resources that you can find it in YouTube. Okay, so how to practice daily? So practice on until you get perfect, right? You can pick one problem you're solving, personal or professional. You can use the hook, proof, star factor formula, and speak for 5 minutes without a notes. Okay, so record yourself and check, did you sound clear, confident, and engaging? So this matters a most, so you need to practice daily. So some of the common mistakes or misconceptions are reading the slides when you're talking, so this is not so really good. Like you can also should not overload with jargon, weak openings, This can just down perform your speaking or presentation. Okay, so just avoid that. And some practical exercise you can do is like some job interview questions, like talk or project pitches, conference talks. So this can be really helpful for you to practice on those topics. Okay, so some similar concepts are, you can also do some writing or storytelling, which will really help you to improve your speaking ability. Okay, so some of the advantages and limitations are, some advantages are you can build influence with having a nice talk, okay, giving a nice talk, and also build the credibility. Okay, some limitations are it requires a lot of practice, and sometimes our nerves can interfere, like for example it can like some talks you need to be really practice a lot. Okay, so some advanced understandings like are exceptions, or it is like informal chat needs less structure, but giving a really nice talk need a lot of practice, and you need to have a good knowledge when you are giving a nice talk. Okay, so this is also really important. And there are some current trends and research like talk style that you can learn from your from this website, like obviously this is a really famous um, this network that you can just go and check it out. And there are some AI tools that can really help you to do some coaching to make you a nice speaker. And also finally you can do some self assignment, right, and ask yourself like can I explain the structure of a talk in your own words? Can you deliver can I deliver a 5 minutes talk without a note? So you can also do some of the practical self assignment, and which will really improve, helping to be a nice speaker. Thank you.